Tim was a boy who always kept things tidy, but today he had lost his key. At first, he thought it would be easy to find. It had to be somewhere in his room, right? He started by searching his desk, moving books, shuffling papers, opening every drawer. Not there. Then he got on his knees and peeked under the bed. Dusty socks, an old toy car, but no key. With growing frustration, he flipped through his bag, checked his jacket pockets, and even looked inside his shoes. But it was nowhere to be found. The more he searched, the more restless he became. His room, once neat and organized, was now a complete mess. Where could it be? Why couldn't he remember where he put it? Tim's breathing grew heavy. He felt a knot forming in his chest. Maybe he lost it outside. Maybe he would never find it. The thought made his stomach turn. That key wasn't just a key, it was important to him. It unlocked his favorite box, the one where he kept his most precious things. With one last sigh, he slumped onto his chair, running his hands through his hair. And at that moment, his eyes landed on an old notebook sitting on his desk. It had been there all along, slightly covered by other books. He hadn't touched it in months. Curious, he reached out and flipped it open. Inside, page after page was filled with things he had once wanted to do. I want to draw a picture. I want to call Grandma. I want to go for a morning run. His handwriting was neat but slightly faded. As he read, a wave of emotion washed over him. He had written these things with such excitement, but he had never done any of them. Why had he stopped? Was he too busy? Too distracted? Or had he simply forgotten what truly mattered? Tim chuckled softly and whispered to himself, maybe I wasn't really looking for my key. Maybe I was searching for something I had lost inside myself. He stared at the words in his notebook for a long time. Then, without thinking, he reached for a pencil. He didn't need to wait for the perfect time anymore. He would start now. Tim turned to a blank page and started sketching. A simple drawing at first, then more lines, more details. His hands moved with purpose. It felt right. As he sketched, a familiar glint caught his eye. There, resting beside his notebook, was the key. It had been there all along. Tim smiled. He picked it up, twirling it between his fingers, but somehow it didn't feel as urgent anymore. Because today he had found something far more important than just a key. And sometimes, we search so hard for what's missing that we forget to appreciate what's already there.